There we go, live 02, and I'm sure it's there. Oh, broadcast
There
counting.
we are. Perfect.
Yay! Hello, everybody!
Hello.
Woohoo! Welcome to the group. We haven't got everybody here, but yeah, how about we just introduce ourselves, or let me introduce you first. We've got Dr. Karen Can over here. Karen, welcome.
Hello.
Hi,
Hi,
Karen.
everyone.
And we've got Susan Oros over here. How are you today, Susan?
Okay, a little crazy, but we're hanging in there.
We've got Shirley Babor. How are you doing today, Shirley?
I'm good. Nice to be here.
Excellent. And we've got Chastity. Yay!
Hi guys. And we have Ariadne.
Oh yes, the hostess with the mostess. So I'm just sort of wondering what you guys are sort of feeling in regards to the launch tomorrow. The speakers here. Are you guys ready, excited? How has the whole process been for you? What would you like to share with our audience?
Yeah, I think it's super awesome that we're having this whole week, and the recordings of the interviews are so well done, and I mean I was super happy with it. I
Excellent.
think folks are going to get so much value from everyone's interview, and everyone's perspective is like complementary to each other in the group. And there's so much like high vibe frequencies and healing, and
Totally agree with you. Yes.
what doesn't resonate with one will resonate with another. So we kind of have this really like 360 degrees of healing. And I'm super excited for the book launch because I definitely want to get my hands on the book. It's so gorgeous. The
Yes,
cover,
it's beautiful.
I absolutely love it. I just
Yeah.
want like, it's so pretty. I want to sleep next to it.
Wow. Yeah, it's been a beautiful creation, and it couldn't have happened without all of you sharing your expertise and your unique wisdom and persevering through the whole entire process. I know you've been in business in the whole summit scene for quite a long time, Karen, and this has just been, another place for you to play and contribute and affect our audience. But yeah, these other ladies have probably stepped into a container that's really expanded their business possibilities and also challenged them probably on a spiritual level, because you are also moving into more of yourself and being more visible. Am I incorrect about that? Correct about that? Do you want to say something? Who wants to go first? Susan?
Yeah, sorry. I was responding to Gwen because she's asking, how do I jump in on the call? So I'm just telling you it's in the email from August 26th.
Great. Awesome.
How does somebody else? But
I'll go. I'm happy to go. This has definitely been a new container for me. I do, energy healing with people, but I also do hands-on energy healing. I'm also a licensed massage therapist. And with the lockdowns that we've had, I actually was locked out of my practice for a while, and I've chosen to stay locked down just because we never know which aspects are real and not real, and just it's changed things a lot, and it's pushed me to speak to people like on camera. It's not my favorite thing to do, to put my, make posts and be visible in that way. And so that was very much a challenge that I had to overcome and adapt a writing style that was not as much of a speaking style. I still have more of a writing style that is as if we're speaking, but it has definitely challenged me, and it's been really fascinating working with so many amazing healers because we activate each other, and we ping off of each other and we fill each other, and I can just feel, hi Gwen, I can feel like the heart centers of each of us just keeps expanding, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's been so beautiful. So as much as it's been challenging, during these times, it's been as you said, Ariadne, a very pivotal, or it's a growth moment, right? So I'm honored to be here. It's been really fun.
And it's just so interesting too, because in the interviews that we've done together, Chastity, and how you interviewed me, because Chastity interviewed me, you've just been such a natural about it, and you've just done so well. And yeah, it's one of those things. If we're courageous to step into it, yeah, maybe we're good at it, right? And
well, I've
how
been
much
in
fun could we
community
have?
theater since I was a younger. So
that
I
explains
think
it.
the theater pieces come out, right? I'm able to play a part. And so I can go, I'm an interviewer today. I'm a this today. And so, you know, I do have that on my side. But thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. So Gwen, it looks like your microphone is on mute still when I'm looking at it. Oh, there you are. Yay!
Hello.
You look awesome.
You made it.
Yes.
Your vacation has done you well.
Yes, it really has. Though the trip back was pretty rough, and today's the first day I've actually been. It was supposed to be my last day off, but I've gotten so excited about some things that I just jumped in, and then Sherry said, "Oh, they're on now." I'm like, "Okay, let's get on."
Excellent. Yeah, I've been thinking about you. I was like, where's Gwen? I hope she would send me an email. And I guess I must have just been perceiving you in the ethers coming closer to us.
Yes. It was a really good break. I needed it really badly. And I felt bad about not being part of this. And I went, you know, the whole lessons that I keep getting over and over and over again are surrender. So, so I've surrendered to this. And I think that actually, from my part, will help put it on the wave much better than any of the pushing that I might have done from my past energy before I rested.
Right. Totally. Yeah, that's a big learning experience, isn't it? Especially when you've got a very dynamic business like you do and are multi-talented, right? It's like, yeah, I've just, you know, with the things that have ended up coming up and people's challenges and whatnot, I have just learned to just surrender to it and be okay with it. Not to say that I haven't had stressful moments in this project, because there's definitely been a few, but at the same time, it's like, okay, well, if you can't make that link for your opt-in, that's perfectly fine with me. We'll just create a little email and say, here's your email address. You know what I mean? Like, it's been a big growth experience for a few people, for sure. And it's been so wonderful having you experts in the whole summit scene and out there being part of it and wanting to join us and holding space for us and being patient with, you know, all of us as we end up coming together. So thank you all. Did you want to share with us now, Susan, seeing that?
Sure. Yeah. It's been a phenomenal experience for me, you know, having wanted to kind of expand our audience. Sammy has prompted us to be out there probably for the last 4 years. And so mainly we've attracted the autism kind of community. And even then, you know, it's a bit, some of the stuff that we've been sharing seems way out there. So it was nice to meet other people who are a bit way out there as well. And the variety of topics that the book covers is just phenomenal. I mean, when I jumped in, we had no idea who the other authors were. And so now really getting a sense of who each of these incredible beings are, that it's just really made me really appreciate even more the depth of this project and how grateful I feel. So in some ways, it's like, you know what, if our audience doesn't even grow that much, it's just been worth it to collaborate with so many amazing people. And I agree with Chastity that it was difficult at times. I mean, writing my chapter, I thought it would be easy, but really being pushed to dig deeper, write with more clarity. It enabled me to feel, I feel like has enabled me to talk about who Sandy and these autists are in a way that I was never able to express before. So it's really been, a big growth and learning project for me as well. And I know, I can only imagine for you, Ariane, all the different pieces when you see all the different websites going.
Oh, well, I mean, I've been in a few summits
Everything
before and
was like-
definitely help build out the projects themselves. For me, I think the biggest part of this summit was me being visible with video and really stepping into that whole
realm.
playground, right? And still
Yeah.
having to do, like when I first came on and it was just like, I ended up, having some very challenging moments because I think people have challenges being visible because there are things that they aren't willing to see inside of themselves, right? Because that also ends up becoming visible because that's inside of you. And then when you're out there, you're holding this stuff that you don't want people to see. And somehow, I mean, that's at least what ended up happening for me. And I mean, I'm very, transparent, open, dedicated to my healing. I'm, pretty frank about the things that have gone on in my life. But I mean, when I first started, like, oh my gosh, I have to like get some makeup and, I'm blinking all the time. And, there were days, I did emotional EFT and all of this stuff ended up coming up for me that I wasn't, comfortable letting other people see, right? Like I had first couple of weeks, I was like, sobbing at night and all of that sort of stuff just to feel really good about being visible and okay with myself, right? So, I think.
And then not to mention the shifts that we've been going through.
Yeah, those were pretty intense.
The activations.
Well.
Yeah.
I know. I know.
And there's definitely a different sort of gamut in regards to the organization of a virtual summit too, and doing Facebook Lives and really trying to be engaging for our tribe and bring them in and all of that sort of stuff now, right? So it's been a tremendous growth experience, but I feel comfortable being visible now, regardless of, whatever it's like. And I'm certainly, grateful for my makeup. Too, right? So I don't know if anyone else would like to say anything. Shirley, would you like to contribute a bit?
Well, it's definitely been a huge growth for me, especially being visible. As you and I had discussed, maybe I could put on a floppy hat or a scarf in front of my face or whatever it is, and then just slowly peel it off during the thing, which I never had to do. However, I think for me, it's the being visible. The part of that is letting people know what I do. So, and my family to know what I do, like, speaking with spirit, right? So that's a big thing to put out there and be visible that I actually do that. So, and creating a landing page and creating an opt-in and getting that all figured out and converted is a lot.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of technicalities that need to be implemented into a business in order for your business to grow too, right? So, and those can be very challenging. Yeah, there's definitely oh my God, I don't know how to do this kind of thing type. And once you finally get it and move open into, then your business is going to end up expanding too, right? So So I'm just wondering if anybody in the audience has any questions. I'll just go ahead and let you know how the summit is going to roll out. We have 2 interviews a day, and those interview links are going to end up showing up in the morning, and they will direct you to each speaker's page on that day. The interviews are live for 24 hours, so you will be able to view them for 24 hours. All of the speakers have free gifts that are available right off their site. So make sure you sign in and opt in to those free gifts because many of them are, well, all of them are extraordinary, right? Not everybody had a chance to go ahead and offer meditations or clearings in their actual interviews. So we definitely want to make sure that you take advantage of, everything that we've offered. If you have purchased the all access pass, you will end up getting getting access to the whole entire access pass tomorrow, and you will be receiving a special link to that as well. And that'll be in your email tomorrow too. So you don't need to necessarily go ahead and we're just adding continuous things to the all access pass, like every single week, right? So we've got over 10 more videos that are going to go up into the all access pass, and more of the healers that are stepping forward and offering clearings and recordings and, you know, working one-on-one with them. So definitely consider the all access pass, because for the cost of it and what you end up receiving, like I really wasn't kidding when I went and, you know, totaled up the whole entire value of it and have it being like over $12,000. Like just the purchase of the all access pass, I mean, is, you know, is less money than just purchasing a one-on-one with a healer, right? So do keep that in mind. And of course you can, you know, purchase it as we go along with the summit, but tomorrow is the last day that it's going to be 127. So yeah, definitely check in energetically. And, you know, I know that things can be sort of challenging financially for people, but it's also important to sort of assess the energy of what you purchase and how that's going to contribute to expanding your life. And when you're in a different vibration and frequency, then also so much more ends up coming to you from prosperity purposes as well, right? So yeah, I just wanted to let you know about that. I just coming on in about 10 minutes. So definitely we will, yeah, keep on going. Does anybody have anything else they'd like to share? I know both you, Karen, and Gwen have been on other summits, and I guess they're sort of been structured a little bit differently in regards to the offerings that are available, but I'm sort of wondering if you have any comments about what we're offering to our tribe or any of that sort of stuff. Do you want to say something?
Sure, I'll jump in here. What I really love is that we are visible, and I wasn't ready to be visible today. I'm just like, oh, it's on. I'm there, and that's kind of, you know, how I show up. And the fact that you put together all of these gifts and are offering them in the all access pass, it's been so awesome to actually see that coming in while I've been doing my recouping and my resting, and I loved how you interviewed us each. You know, that you really stepped up and made yourself visible, and then helped us be visible in a way that really engages with our audience, and that's there's a real skill to that.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you. And I know that you know, you're on Darius and some of the other really top-notch successful summits, and they are more telesummits than they are, you know, video summits. So yeah, it was just like, yeah, a different experience for you too, wasn't it?
Definitely, yeah, having to show up and do the makeup and make everything pretty and have everything aligned, which isn't right now.
Yes, in the backdrop, all that sort of stuff. It's such an important consideration. But at the same time, you had indicated that people really appreciate, you know, just the raw, uncut versions of who we totally are, right? So yeah, definitely the additional videos that we're going to be putting up are going to be raw and uncut.
Okay.
With giggles and all sorts of things going on. I mean, what was it? Joanne and I were doing our Facebook Live, and we didn't know that we were live, and she was all sweaty, and you know, she's like, geez, I wish I drank martinis, because if I did drink martinis, I'd have one right now. And I had no idea we were live, and that because I started recording after that. But I guess when you hit record now, it records right from the beginning. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, we're talking about martinis. So I hope that those of you that purchased the all access pass will find that entertaining and realize that, yeah, we're ordinary individuals with, you know,
real people do.
Yeah, lots of joy, and healers can be that way too, right? So I think that's really important.
There's a question from someone about, she wanted to know if you could talk a little bit more about what the gifts in the all access pass are, what kinds of gifts there are.
Okay. Oh, wonderful. So, geez, there are so many. I think we've probably got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's 6 actual live call opportunities, if not more than that, where you get to work with myself, Chastity, Shirley, Christy Grant. Chastity and I are going to be doing some multidimensional, high dimensional clearing, activation. Shirley and I are going to be working with healing, creativity, and spirit. I'm going to be doing some quantum Christic corrections. I know that Christy Grant does some really incredible quantum energy shifting too, and she works on an emotional level. Karen and Gwen, you can remember the gifts that you've submitted. Do you want to go ahead and let us know what those are? Because I mean, the list is so extensive. I can't remember all the details, but I know you ladies know what you offered. So give us a blast of
Bernie,
that.
you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's funny because when you asked us, because I'm used to giving a free gift, at telesummits and things like that, and but I had to double check with you because I said 3. You want 3? Most people just ask for 1. I'm okay with 3. I love giving stuff away, but anyway, that's why it's really great if people get that Gold Ray VIP, access pass, because they get all of those. And not just the ones we're giving with the free summit. Anyway, but I do have 3. One is a clearing protection spray formula. So that is a download that you can play on your computer or your smartphone, and it's energy infused. So you can actually direct those energies into any water source that you think about in your mind or that's in front of you. And it actually helps with clearing negative energy. You can actually make a spray, so you can spray in your room. We highly recommend you do that at night. Because there's a lot of negative energy that just comes from our electronics and the stresses of the day, and it's really great to clean the slate before you go to sleep and rejuvenate your body. And then you can do that for the rest of your house a couple times a week as well. We've had little kids say that the monsters are gone. We've had arguing family members that no longer argue anymore because they use the spray. One gal, Diane Recklaben, she's actually, I think 30 years in sound healing. She uses tuning forks and, in one-on-one. And I thought that was really interesting. And she goes, I love the spray. I said, well, why do you love it? And she says, well, I use a tuning fork and I balance people's chakras. And with your spray, it happens in 3 minutes. I was like, wow, that's great. That's so fast. I said, well, and so you're still using the tuning fork? She goes, no. I don't need to. I can just use your spray. So that's a very, very popular, gift. And my other gift is the Sensitive Soul Empowerment Guide. And in the interview, I talk a little about, one of the activations we do is on boundaries, which is a huge one for many of us highly sensitive people. Yes. So that's in the interview. And so the guide kind of accompanies that video, and also the exercise we have in there, the stillness on the fly. The stillness through observing internal movement is also a downloadable. There's a meditation that you can download for that. So that's my gifts, and I hope people enjoy them.
Beautiful. Yeah. Go for it, Gwen.
Yeah, thanks so much, Karen. I was inspired by your spray because I found it so useful. And people were asking me for a narcissist repellent. And I was having a really hard time making a narcissist repellent because it's, coming from the negative. And then it just dropped in as a raise your vibration spray. And it's ancient healing soul language, which is also known as light language, with beautiful music underneath it. And the same thing, it affects the water. So whether you're thinking about the water in you, whether you make it a spray, the water that you drink, play it in your room, it shifts the energy, and it actually works as a narcissist repellent.
Amazing.
So, yeah, exactly. I needed to come from a positive place and raise the vibration, because if we can raise the vibration of the planet up to, or actually it's not even, we can raise the vibration of the planet to courage just by bringing less than 10,000 people up to love or above. And we can do that with some of these tools. So that's one gift that I have. And the second gift that I have is a 3-step relationship clearing, where you can cut cords and clear the contracts and agreements, and then complete the karma between you and a person. It's best to do it one person at a time. But I've had people say, I can finally sleep. I haven't been able to sleep the longest time. And I listened to your audio once, and I did it with this narcissist with this husband, this or former husband, and now I can sleep. So
Wow.
those are the two gifts that I'm offering.
And the relationship, it's not just for romantic relationships.
Oh,
It can be for any kind of relationship you end up having.
Yeah,
Perfect.
bosses, siblings, coworkers, friends, spiritual leaders. It can be whoever.
Spiritual leaders,
Yeah.
previous gurus.
Yes. The gooey gurus that have clicked
There you
into
go.
you. Yeah, we want to get rid of those. They're all that.
Susan, you've put together a beautiful package for us. Can you please share the specifics of that?
Sure. For the All Access Pass, I received a message from Sammy about being freedom and wholeness, and how that plays together really in expressing freedom going forward as soul beings.
Mhm.
And also two of our new archangels that we've been working with, Archangel Sophiel, whose code is "It is a benevolent universe." And that part of that is so that we learn to trust again, because we have not experienced safety on this planet, and that we can trust. So, and the other archangel is Archangel Neaphilus, and his code is "God flourishes," and that we're in a time of flourishing based on a tri-wave balance, balance of the extreme polarity coming back into balance. And so there's a recording of that, and then and also the messages from each archangel. And I was guided at the end of that message to do light body clearing with 12 12 dragons, that each one that represents each of the dimensions of the earth. So I was guided to that. So you get a video, you get the audio only if you just want to listen to it again, and also the transcript, and then the images of these two archangels. And for the day of our summit, we're offering a downloadable meditation, and I'm really excited about this one because this is the first one, because we have a few others on our website, and this is the first one that we have actually woven in Sammy's light language sounds in the background. So it's really beautiful. It's based on two of her symbols that she had introduced to me back in 2011, and it's to help us continue to balance the multidimensional and the interdimensional aspects of our entire being, because we're continuing to change. So it's a meditation that is meant to be used often. So there will be a coupon code, and it will be offered for free download for that 24 hours on that day. So
that's beautiful. So is the light language something that Sammy's just recently bringing in, or has she been?
Well, it's just her sounds anyway.
Okay.
She's technically quote nonverbal, like but she makes lots of sounds, and they're very high vibrational sounds. So we kind of recorded randomly, my husband and I, at different times, that just the sounds that she's making. And so my husband does a lot of this stuff, and he wove in some of that into the background. So I mean, I was really touched by how it turned out. I mean, I didn't know it was going to turn out like that, but so I'm really excited about that, because it's probably one, in the series now that we can do to offer, where Sammy is much more directly included in some of our offerings like that. So
beautiful. Yeah, your art has been just flourishing through our tribe group here, and I know that there have been so many people that have completely appreciated it. So yeah, I'm sure it's going to be an extraordinary contribution to anybody that chooses to purchase the pass. I mean, it already has been. So thank you so much for sharing all of that. I remember now that Yamaya is a trauma therapist, so specializing in somatic release, and she is such a beautiful woman and brings in so much gorgeous energy. And she's going to be actually offering a movement and dance class that's going to be part of her All Access Pass gift. And then she's also gone ahead and added a couple of meditations. But yeah, she ends up synthesizing and using her voice and bringing in so much of a fluid artistic expression that I'm just enamored with myself, right? I'm just like, oh, I want to start moving my body again and really feeling free and moving that. So that is definitely something that she's offering. And then Jaden, who's definitely all about, understanding and actually perceiving energetic manipulation in its intricacies, is offering course that's going down, a downloadable course, and then he's also offering clearings and a what is it called, an ebook that'll definitely open you up to becoming aware of what's really going on around you, and then enable you to end up clearing that so that you can become more aware of your higher self and embodying your higher self. And Adya, who's just pulling up to her house, is going to join us in a few moments. She has given some very significant reductions in her high ticket programs, and she will be able to talk about those a little bit more. She facilitates the Inner Goddess project, and I had asked her when I first interviewed her, I was like, are you also offering coaching and healing for men? And she's actually stepping into doing that now. So the time is available for her to do it like energetically and cosmically. So she's also going to be offering some good discounts in her Healing for Men project. So if any of you know any men that are ready to step into that and do that deep inner healing, I don't know. Definitely, suggest the possibility of connecting with Aja, because she's a magnificent woman, and we've been communicating with each other kind of like nightly, and she's just so powerful and's got some amazing energy. So I'm wondering if anybody else has anything they'd like to contribute at this moment. What are you sort of expecting as speakers and authors at the end of this project?
Oh
Besides the best-selling book thing?
That is going to happen totally. And I just want all of you to know that are viewing, please, hey Aja, welcome. Please, follow the links and emails that the people that have invited you to the summit have offered you, right? It's especially when it comes to purchasing our book and buying the all access pass and all those sort of things. That's all tracked once you sign up to our community. But as far as, the promotions that go for the book, that would be the best thing to do, because everybody's sort of been involved in this work and contributed to this work. And we just like to ensure that they receive prosperity for this work too, right? So definitely, go in alignment with the people that have invited you and follow their links and their promotional stuff. Aja, welcome. Oops, I don't exactly know what happened.
She's turned into a cat.
She's disappeared.
She's turned into a cat.
She's definitely a cat lady. She's got 9 cats, I think. Hello there, dear. Can you hear us? Oh, she's connecting now. Yeah, awesome. So we'll just wait for that. Anybody have anything else they'd like to share? Does anybody else here have any questions in regards to the summit? Any replay for all the videos? At this moment, no, we're just going to do the 24-hour replay. Hey, so you'll have videos for 24 hours, and you'll be able to look at them for 24 hours. And if you purchase the all access pass, you have lifetime access to them, and you could view all of them at once or whenever you wanted to too, right? So there wouldn't be a rush. And I just want to address that, checking in and really assessing where you energetically resonate with the speakers and what really lights you up the most would definitely be something that you want to schedule into making sure that you watch those videos, because people can get a little bit overwhelmed by having to view all the videos at the same time or in the short time frame. And one thing that's really important to remember is that there are activations and clearings that are part of the interviews. So you want to definitely take some time to integrate the energies and receive them, as opposed to rushing to the next interview and experiencing those right away. So, don't be necessarily logical about it, but be more energetic and spiritual about it in regards to the choices that you end up making with who you definitely want to see, and see that the other ones will end up falling in if they're supposed to, right? There's a divine right order and timing to everything. So Adya, welcome. How are you?
Oh, I am on.
You are on now.
I was trying to rush and get on. I heard you on my drive here talking about how one of the authors came in on one of her lives and she was sweaty. That's me today. Hi everybody. I can't
Hi,
see.
Aja.
Hi.
Hi. I
Yeah.
was like, okay, let me just jump on my Facebook on my laptop and maybe I can see everybody and see if I'm on. But hello. It's so nice to connect with everybody.
So maybe you can give us a little bit more detail about what you're offering in the All Access Pass.
Yes. So, okay, I will tell you all that I have been working very, very hard, very hard to deliver amazing, amazing, amazing content for you all. So, and I wanted to create something not just for those who invest in the All Access Pass, but I also wanted to create something for anybody who registers. So, anybody who registered to just be a part of the live summit. I wanted to prepare something for you. So, okay, there I am. Okay, I can see myself. I can see everybody now. I wanted to see all the authors on my computer. So, okay, so dial it back in. Kind of came in like 100 miles an hour. So the way, just a little bit about the Inner Goddess Project. I started off coaching just women initially. And I bring that up because for the All Access Pass, I have included two of my most coveted lessons in my high ticket program. And it's Honor Your Pain as Sacred Medicine and the meditation that goes with it. And so anybody who purchased the All Access Pass, you're going to get 40% off of any of my high ticket coaching programs. It took me over a year to develop it. And let me just tell you, the program itself, it is just so transformational that I have not had one woman say who has joined it, because it is by invitation only. So we'd have to do a breakthrough call, make sure that, I feel that you would benefit from the program. But I have not had one woman walk away from that program saying, it was nice. I learned a lot, but not much has changed for me. They joined this program and they never leave the same. Any kind of self-sabotaging behavior, habits, trauma, anything that you're going through, we dive through everything. And the goal is to help you also come out completely transform. And basically, we have this entire week called Stripped. And so getting back on point, week 3 is Honor Your Pain as Sacred Medicine. It's one of our, I would say it's one of our, what is the word? When you cross a threshold in a program, this is that. And I'm giving it to everybody who has invested into the All Access Pass. So you get my Honor Your Pain as Sacred Medicine plus the meditation that goes with it. So imagine if you have experienced some sort of trauma, whether maybe it's sexual abuse, maybe it's shame that you struggle with, anything that you can think of in your past that you've just had a hard time getting out of, shifting out of. This meditation teaches you how to lean into your pain, how to acknowledge it as what it is there to do, to transform you, to become a place that thrusts you into consciousness ascension. And so you get the lesson, and then the meditation walks you through how to transform pain to power. And then you, of course, the 40% that I talked about. And I'm also, everybody who invests in the All Access Pass, I do have a group coaching program. It's completely exclusive just to my alumni, just to those who are in my high ticket coaching program, because it's very intensive coaching experience. And for a month, it's $6.99 a month. And so I'm gifting that 1 month experience to everybody. Now, for everybody who registered, did not invest in the all access pass, I still have something amazing for you that I am still working on. I'm trying to get guest speakers, and I'm about to go into what it is because I'm really excited about it. I kind of like to brag that my business, it's kind of like Tony Robbins meets spirituality, and it's like the both together because I believe in like going big or going home. And I want everybody who is looking for change, who's looking for transformation. You know, I was thinking like, how can I give everybody like a very I've been trying to, maybe you ladies, you authors can help me figure this out, because I hate the word business. I hate the word high ticket. I hate all of that stuff because I feel like it's not in vibrational resonance with me, but it is what it is. And so I was thinking, like, how can I give somebody that kind of experience without having to invest anything? And so I came up with the 7-day challenge. And the 7-day challenge, I've made one for the men and one for the women. And it's called Ignite Your Inner Goddess 7-day challenge, or Awaken Your Inner Warrior 7-day challenge. And we are going to go live September the 7th. I'm working on getting guest speakers to come in for the actual challenge. We'll be going live at noon Mountain Standard Time for those 7 days. And we're going to just dive deeper into the program material. You'll get pre-recorded material, and you get access to a closed Facebook group. So you kind of get to enjoy the experience with all the other people who are going on this 7-day challenge with you. And I'm trying to think of what else it includes. If I left anything out, on the link that's on the website, it includes all of the instructions and what's included. But basically, if you are struggling with making change in your life and you're wanting to make conscious change, not like these changes where, you know, you have coaches that come on and they're like, I will help you change your life and cause a lot of transformation. Then you join and it ends up being like this selling program for them. This is not that. This is a 7 days to really ignite your inner goddess or awaken your inner warrior. And it's a conscious journey. We're going through your belief systems. We're going through your self-sabotaging behaviors, and we're approaching it from a conscious perspective. And so I'm trying to get, this is something that I've literally just whipped up. So I'm hoping I can get guest speakers every day. If I don't, it's just going to be you and me. But I promise that the experience is going to be very, very transformational. And I'm just really excited to launch it. And I can't say thank you enough, Ariadne, for giving me this opportunity.
Oh, it's such a pleasure. It's such a pleasure. And it's just so important for people to realize that the ascension is really about the inner healing and doing the inner healing and feeling, and what people offer is going to resonate with particular people wherever they are in their own personal journey as well, right? So it's not just about, you know, moving to the higher dimensional frequencies and living up there, because often there's a lot of spiritual bypassing that ends up going on, and it all has to come from inside and within the heart and healing that heart space. And it's always a continuing journey too, right? The deeper you heal, the more you're going to end up ascending too. So it's wonderful that we've got so many different authors, healers here that specialize in, you know, different things. I don't think there's, you know, very many. I mean, Chastity, you and I are definitely HGS oriented, but, you know, we have different approaches that we can also employ into that too, right? And different gifts and techniques. So it is, yeah, it's definitely a very unique, dynamic experience and offering that we are, yeah, providing for you if you're interested in that. So does anybody else have anything else that they want to share or contribute? I'm noticing that we're not really having any questions at the moment.
I have
Great.
part of my gift is it's actually understanding, well, it's going through the 12th dimensional shield, right? And that's something I learned from a woman named Lisa Renee. Many of you are familiar with her, but I used to just, you know, use the white bubble and the white light. And I realized that it could be a false light. And I realized that I kind of got stuck in the astral with it sometimes. And even as thick as I could make my protection, even bringing in other frequencies. I use the gold frequency a lot, those kinds of things. No matter how protected I made myself, it didn't work. And things were still coming in, and I was still getting attachments, and I couldn't make the clearings. And so when I found this community, and I started implementing the 12th dimensional shield, I was blown away. And it's because we don't really understand how our multidimensional self works. And so when I'm going through the 12th dimensional shield, it's like I'm taking you 45 minutes through this session, right? It's not like 5 minutes we're going through the shield. It's like it's a deep, intense, I want you to understand what the shield is. And so, and then from there, you know, because it's a link that's a private link that you go into, like a private spot on the website. How I built it, I have no clue. I probably can't do it again, but I'm not a techie.
She just finally went ahead and did it and pulled it all together. And I'm like, oh my God, that's amazing.
I have no idea. I accidentally made one of those opt-in pages, and I accidentally put a free meditation to it. I don't have any clue how I did any of this stuff, but I'm super jazzed. So like if you sign up, I guess, for my emails, then you automatically get a free meditation, and it's a physical upgrade meditation. So it's working on the physical aspects of your body as well as the energetic pieces. So I was like, holy crow, how did I do that? But anyway, but it's really going through the depths of that. And then I do have other pages on there. And quite honestly, they're not even 100% finished, because I'm going to go in daily and during this 9-day period and add, I'm going to sense into what's going on in the group and who purchases the pass. And I'm going to go in and add those pages and create them in real time. So so I can kind of get a feel for what's going on with the group. And so you know, if you pop in there now, you know, which you can't, but if you did, you know, you'd go, what in the frick is she doing? This is an unfinished project, right? But I promise it's not unfinished. It's like in stasis. So, but the 12th dimensional shield one is up. It's on the welcome page, and that's the first one that people will see. So you're actually going to have more things to go through, and more will be added in daily. So, and it's, you know, really important, because everybody has so much beautiful work that they've put together. But if you don't understand how your multidimensional self works, and you don't have to be a physicist, and you don't have to understand sacred geometry, but you do have to understand just the basic outline. So when you bring all this beautiful stuff in that everybody is gifting, you know where it's going, and you know where things need to be taken out, and you know where things need to come in, right? And so I think that that's a really important piece.
Beautiful, beautiful. And it's, you know, even though deep healing can be challenging and painful and can become our sacred medicine, there's also other ways that we can end up shifting energy through art, through toning, through receiving energy that is not, you know, necessarily inviting you into that really warrior building sort of space, right? So creativity and movement and all of these possibilities are suggested in the group of beings that we've ended up bringing together for you. So I think that's a really important consideration.
I want to know where I can buy this spray, this magic narcissist spray. Some of that.
Oh, you'll have to talk to Gwen about that.
Gwen's free gift.
Absolutely. Any other questions? Shirley, do you have any last words?
Just, I'm excited. I've even bought the all access pass because
me too.
It's
I wanted
that's great.
So
that's fantastic.
I want one of those.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go get mine today. I'm getting online to get it now. So.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's so great. Yeah, because I was just like, oh, Shirley, that's great. You get to work with all of these amazing healers. Yeah, it's a wonderful contribution. Do you have any last words you'd like to share?
I'm really excited to connect with every single one of you, and that no matter what, you know, I hope that this book and everything that every single author contributed to creating and adding to this project just helps you in expanding your universe, expanding yourself in a way that you can just kind of really step into your healing, and
Yeah.
really excited to deliver and just give stuff away. Anybody else excited to give stuff away? Any of the other authors
Always.
as excited as me?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely being in the energy of prosperity and generosity, because it's fun and kind of works together, right? So and I hope that the healing that we offer through the summit and the inspiration, motivation, and wisdom that we offer through the book is going to enable you to open up and realize what your higher sacred purpose is and embody that here on earth as well, because that is really what's very important for us to be able to do at this time. And as we end up healing, we're not only healing ourselves, we're healing humanity. And you can see by what's going on in the 3D now that we're going through the dark night of this. The more strength and courage we have to choose our divinity and embody our divinity, the greater contribution that's going to be to the collective, and it's going to lift up humanity into a new reality. So just wanted to let you know we're here for you during the summit and even beyond it. So please reach out. You can get a hold of us here. Each of the speakers, there's 2 speakers a day. They're going to end up popping in at some point during during the day of their interview. I've invited them to go ahead and do a Facebook Live if they feel like it, but there's no obligation there. There's going to be questions, like a question post where you can ask questions of each one of the speakers, and they will definitely pop in at some point during the day and answer those questions for you, so you can interact with them, because they're bringing in so much incredible information. And I can understand that asking questions is going to be something that will help you get the specifics of what they're suggesting and the wisdom that they're offering for you. So if nobody has anything else that they'd like to share.
I got one.
Yes.
I'm just going to add one piece about what Sammy and the artists are showing me lately. And I think the book is very timely. What they're showing me, or have been showing me the last few days, is that they're actually working on, in the interdimensional space between the 8th and 9th dimension, they're working on this ring around the equator of the Earth. And I was like, what is that about? And the only thing I can say right now is that Sammy said it represents the consciousness of non-dual states of reality. And it's going to really activate with the fall equinox, right? I mean, you think about the precession of the equinoxes, the 13 zodiac signs, Ophiuchus, right? Non-duality, all those. I mean, I'm trying to write a blog, but my mind has been a bit scattered the last few days. But this is what's happening, and it's going to upshoot, especially the indigos and starseeds, to really a different plane, so that we can support, all the other people awakening. For other people that are kind of on that awakening path or waking up, the third eye is going to really activate. They're going to perceive, I don't know, different beings in multidimensional reality and things like that. So I think the book and this launch is very timely. And like I said, Ariadne has put together a group of writers and authors just covering a range of different topics and healing modalities. So I think this is going to be a very, very important book. That's what I say.
Well, I mean, we've had people reviewing it, and the reviews that are coming in, although they haven't been posted yet, are like extraordinary. This is a game changer. This is like, you've put in words what I haven't been able to convey. It's just like, people are just incredible. Like, men are getting excited about it too. And so that's wonderful. Like, yeah, it's Fantastic. And what I'd like to think, because I combed, the internet for like months to bring us all together, right? And it was all about the divine timing. And I was just like, I wonder if like we like connected up in Sirius or some other star cluster many, many lifetimes ago. And then we all decided, I mean, I'd like to think this, if it doesn't resonate with you, that's perfectly fine, that we all
I love it.
came down here, and on Facebook, we met each other and agreed to meet each other and, create this beautiful book and the summit and activate people and hold a space for people and inspire people and be activated by one another too, because everyone's been a contribution to me, right? Like, so so that's a sacred lineage possibility that
I believe it.
May I share a really fun story? When you said that, this just kind of popped in my head. And you said serious, and I know that so many of us have had lifetimes there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this one that specifically came to me because we have one male author, correct? One male author, but men are reading the book, right? And having positive feedback. And Adia just created this, this class for men. And there's this place in the Pleiades, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's called Merope, and it's all women. And it's this planet of all women that create this literally where other planets would come, other beings from other planets would come for sacred healing. And the only men that were there were musicians and artists. And so maybe we were all on the sacred healing planet.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And it's so wonderful to have men jumping into the container and healing and stepping into that whole, receiving all of that energy that's coming in too, because the awakenings that have been coming in on a multidimensional level are extraordinary. Tons of the, divine masculine king and King Arthur and all of that. And then the Sophianic consciousness that's coming in. There's really this rising of, the divinity of both genders and this herogamic union that can now end up, occurring and embodying into the earth realm. That's also, going to create balance and peace for humanity too, right? So yeah, it's a very exciting time. Absolutely incredible.
Yay.
Yay. Wonderful.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much,
yes.
everyone, for joining on, and thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to contributing to you tomorrow and for the rest of the week. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.